Beside us we have some Merlot grapes, and as you can see, the canopy's been thinned in this area to expose the fruit to allow the maximum amount of sunlight penetration to help to ripen the fruit for the end of the season. They have about a month away now, it being September. We'll be picking them in mid-October, and by pulling off the leaves, we're maximizing sunlight exposure so that the sugars will ripen up the fruit and give us the flavors that we need. We have a reasonably close proximity to Lake Erie at this vineyard. We're less than a kilometer away from the lake itself, and that has an effect of allowing us to start a little bit later in the spring so that we don't have to worry about spring frosts. And it allows us to ripen the grapes a little bit longer into the fall because we don't have a fall frost. In our growing area, the Lake Erie North Shore, we are more south than 1/3 of the entire continental United States. The central coast and the northern areas of California are more north than we are sitting right now. We are the sun parlor of Canada. There are more greenhouses for growing vegetables and other fruits and more vineyards and orchards than other areas of Ontario. The main proportion of the Colio Estate Vineyard Farm is on the Fox Sand Loam, which is a sandy clay soil, about 80% beach sand and about 20% silt and clay. It's a very rich soil with a lot of nutrients available, and it's also a very light soil, which means that it drains well, and our vines can push their roots very deeply into the soil. Some of the oldest vines on our farm will push roots down to 6 to 8 meters into the ground, so they never become drought stressed as a result, and they always have the necessary water they need to grow and to grow well. Here on the Colio farm, we have more growing degree days in the Lake Erie North Shore than in any other area of Ontario, which allows us to ripen some of the big Bordeaux varieties like Cabernet Franc and Cabernet Sauvignon. Often we won't harvest the last of the Cabernet Sauvignon until the beginning of November, which is much later than many other areas as they would receive a frost before then. The Colio Estate Vineyard is 200 acres in size with 172 acres planted under vine. There are 10 varieties on the farm, and our flagship varieties include Pinot Gris and Cabernet Franc. I've been with Colio since 2002. I've taken over stewardship of this vineyard. It is my life. I care for it very much, and our company makes great wine.